Lesson: Material and minor breaches. Understanding the nuances of breach of contract is crucial for professionals aiming to become certified contract law specialists. Within the realm of breaches, distinguishing between material and minor breaches is fundamental, as it dictates the remedies available to the aggrieved party. The concept of a breach of contract refers to the failure of a party to perform its obligations as stipulated in the contract. However, not all breaches are created equal, and the distinction between material and minor breaches is pivotal in determining the appropriate legal response. A material breach is a substantial failure to perform contractual duties, which permits the aggrieved party to seek damages and possibly terminate the contract. This type of breach goes to the essence of the contract, fundamentally undermining its purpose. For example, if a company contracted to deliver 100 units of a specific product delivers only 50, this could constitute a material breach, particularly if the remaining units cannot be obtained elsewhere in a timely manner. In contrast, a minor breach, often referred to as a partial or immaterial breach, involves a slight deviation from the contract terms that does not substantially affect the agreement's overall purpose. An example might include a supplier delivering goods slightly later than stipulated, provided that the delay does not disrupt the buyer's operations. To address these breaches effectively, professionals can employ several practical tools and frameworks. One such tool is the materiality test, which assesses whether a breach is material by considering factors such as the extent to which the injured party will be deprived of the benefit it reasonably expected, the ability to be compensated for the part of the benefit that will be lost, and the likelihood that the breaching party will cure its failure of contracts. 1981. This test provides a systematic approach to evaluating the severity of a breach and determining the appropriate course of action. For minor breaches, the aggrieved party is typically entitled to damages but must continue to fulfill its own contractual obligations. In practice, this means that if a contractor slightly deviates from the specifications of a construction project, but the deviation does not affect the project's overall function, the client may recover the cost of correcting the deviation, but cannot terminate the contract. This principle was highlighted in the case of Jacob & Youngs, Inc. vs. Kent, where the court ruled that the cost of correcting the breach was the appropriate remedy, rather than the drastic measure of contract termination. Actionable insights into managing material and minor breaches involve understanding the legal remedies available, such as damages, specific performance, and contract termination. Damages aim to compensate the non-breaching party for losses incurred. Specifically, expectation damages seek to place the injured party in the position it would have been in had the contract been fulfilled. For instance, if a seller fails to deliver goods, the buyer is entitled to recover the difference between the contract price and the market price of the goods at the time of breach. Specific performance is an equitable remedy that compels the breaching party to fulfill its contractual obligations. This remedy is typically reserved for cases where monetary damages are inadequate, such as contracts involving unique goods or real estate. In contrast, termination of the contract releases the parties from their obligations, allowing the non-breaching party to seek alternative arrangements. This remedy is generally reserved for material breaches where the contract's core purpose has been undermined. Frameworks such as the Four Corners Rule and Parole Evidence Rule are instrumental in resolving disputes over contract breaches. The Four Corners Rule emphasizes that the contract's written terms are the primary source of interpretation, discouraging reliance on external evidence. This approach helps ensure that parties' intentions are upheld as documented. The Parole Evidence Rule further supports this by excluding prior or contemporaneous external evidence that contradicts the written contract, thereby enhancing the contract's integrity. Case studies provide valuable insights into applying these principles. In the landmark case of Hadley v. Baxendale, the court established the principle of foreseeability in damages. It ruled that damages are recoverable only if they were foreseeable at the time of contract formation. This case underscores the importance of clear communication and documentation of expectations, as parties can only recover damages that were within the contemplation of both parties when the contract was formed. Another illustrative case is that of PV House v. Garland Coal and Mining Co., where the court considered the economic waste doctrine. The plaintiffs contracted with the defendant to restore their land after coal mining operations. However, the cost of restoration far exceeded the land's value increase. The court ruled that damages should be limited to the diminution in value rather than the cost of performance, highlighting the principle that damages should be reasonable and proportionate to the breach's impact. Statistics also play a role in understanding contract breaches. According to a survey by the International Association for Contract and Commercial Management, approximately 9% of contracts result in disputes, with breach of contract being a leading cause. This statistic underscores the importance of contract management and the need for professionals to be adept at navigating breaches. To enhance proficiency in addressing breaches, professionals can adopt a proactive contract management approach. This involves regularly reviewing contracts, monitoring performance, and maintaining open communication with all parties involved. Employing contract management software can streamline these processes, offering tools for tracking obligations, deadlines, and performance metrics. Such software often includes features for automated alerts and notifications, providing early warnings of potential breaches and allowing timely interventions. Moreover, fostering a collaborative relationship with contractual partners can mitigate the impact of breaches. By establishing clear communication channels and addressing issues promptly, parties can often resolve minor breaches amicably, preserving the business relationship and avoiding litigation. Alternative dispute resolution mechanisms, such as mediation and arbitration, offer additional pathways for resolving disputes without resorting to costly and time-consuming litigation. In conclusion, a comprehensive understanding of material and minor breaches is essential for contract law specialists. By employing practical tools and frameworks, professionals can effectively navigate the complexities of contract breaches, ensuring that they are well equipped to protect their clients' interests and uphold the integrity of contractual agreements. Through case studies, statistics, and actionable insights, this lesson has provided a detailed exploration of the strategies and remedies available, offering a robust foundation for addressing real-world challenges in contract law.